Hello there guys, glad to see you watching another video of mine. Hutch here. Welcome to another news daily video. I'm going to be discussing and focus on two major stories for today. I'll be talking about Rabiot links, and I'm going to end with our Skriniar links as well. But before I get into anything, be sure to smash that like button. Help me get over 10 likes for this video, and let's help this channel grow by subscribing and joining the pride. Let's try and reach 100 subscribers by June. That's our goal, and I believe we can do it. We're only about 30 subscribers away, so let's get straight into it. Getting straight into things in regards to our Rabiot links. This story is brought to you by L'Equipe, a French newspaper. Now, L'Equipe are reporting that every Premier League team are interested in the player. Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man City as well. And L'Equipe are stating that each clubs have held talks with Rabiot's agent and reps in hopes for a potential move this summer. Now for us, it's not the first time we've been linked with Rabiot. The last time that happened was during the January transfer window this season, and he's clearly been a player on everyone's radar, and it makes a lot of sense. Rabiot has been looking for a move away from PSG after reports stating he was keen on a move to Barca. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is a typical non-story with not enough context for me. This is a typical non-story with not enough context for me to say it's credible and definitive. But there are a few factors I want to point out. And the first one, and I think all of us are thinking about, is if we go for Rabiot, what does this mean for Kovacic? When it comes to Kovacic, there is some news in regards to what the future holds for him. Kovacic can be signed in respect of the penalty placed on us by FIFA, and that's simply because he was registered prior to FIFA imposing that penalty, and because of this, we have the option to either extend this loan or buy him on a permanent. But regardless, if we want Kova, we can have him. And you might be thinking, well, Hutch, one thing you're always saying about Kova is the fact that he's worked under Sarri. He has 1 year of tactical development under Sarri, and it makes a lot of sense to keep him. Why would you even talk about Rabiot? Here's where I give my thoughts and opinions. It does make a lot of sense why all of the English top teams are interested in the player. He's about what, 23? He's already playing international football with France, and most importantly, he's free. Most importantly, he is free. Meaning that whichever club does decide to sign the player instantly profits whether he does well or not. And knowing us, even if we can't get a transfer fee for the player, if hypothetically things end up bad for him, you know, with how we use the loan army, we will most likely earn lots of money just by generating loan fees for the player. And when you know that you can make so much money from the player, potentially, naturally, a lot of big clubs are going to entertain talks just to see where his head's at. Now, how do I personally feel about the player? For me, he's not upgrading our midfield. That's dead. The only way I see this feeling with the grand scheme of things is if he's replacement for Barkley or Kova. And maybe because Rabiot is available, it might make it more interesting for Chelsea to consider not signing Kova or letting Barkley go. Then try and focus their efforts on signing Rabiot. For me personally, I'm not too excited by the player. Yeah, he's got some merits. He's able to play in multiple roles in the midfield. He will provide us with that physicality and that height we desperately need and are lacking. His height could help us with defending set pieces, and he'd be a nice squad option to have. He could act as a backup for Kante. He can play deeper as a number 6, and he's also able to play as a number 8. So he could be useful. But I'll leave that up to you guys. Do you think Rabiot would be a great signing for us? I'd much prefer leaving the spot open for Mount to come into the team and go from there. But moving on to the next and final topic in regards to Skriniar links. Now these reports are coming out from Italy, and they're stating that both us and Real Madrid have strong interest in Skriniar. Now his valuations is around 100 million, and reports are stating that both us and Real Madrid are both interested in activating the deal. The reports state that Sarri is a big admirer of Skriniar and thinks he would be a valuable asset to the team. Now, the reports are making very bold claims that both clubs have already entertained talks for the player, but Inter have rejected them as they want him to sign a new deal, possibly to increase his value or simply because they don't want to sell the player. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions, and this may be a bit unpopular, but I'm going to pose the question, do we really need him? Consider how we play. Consider how we use our defense. For me, he's more comfortable playing in low blocks like Burnley. And when you consider how our defenders play, they need to be able to play out from the back. And when you consider our defenders and how they play, they need to be able to play out from the back and good on the ball. It's not only having the composure under pressure, it's about the choice of passes and how you progress the play, because Sarri ball starts from the back. And if you just have one player at the back who constantly picks the wrong passing option, constantly losing the ball, or can't progress the run of play, that's really going to affect what we can do. Now, Sarri is a huge fan to what Zouma has been doing this season, and it's no surprise. When you look at all the attributes Zouma possesses, and he's everything Sarri wants from his defenders: strong aerially, physical with forwards, great tackling ability, and is good under pressure and decision making on the ball. Zouma is the type of player under Sarri that really can thrive and develop. Zouma is very good technically. He progresses the ball very well. At Everton, he's the guy initiating the attacks from deep, and he's been playing on the left-hand side of the defense. And when we already have this type of profile of a defender for free, it makes no sense to entertain from our loan army. I'm not really interested. But once again, I'll leave that topic up to you guys. Debate in the comments down below. Would you go in on Skriniar? Well, guys, this is the end of your News Daily video. I am Hutch. This is the Pride of London, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care and peace. And always, forever and always, up the Chelsea.